Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the curl. Check 23.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my
The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. Burst by him near the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 30. 53. Mike. I don't even know why this team showed. Check 30. Zoom. Check 31. Check 31.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Protein spill. Check. Showing it.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Number 53. Mike, 53. Number 50. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the shift. Over. Flip again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Spot 61, Matchbox Mike.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a 1st down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
Here's Grant. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
To throw is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. A beautiful spin and room to run. An Eagle 1st down there. Wentz to Ertz. And the names that end in TZ.
A gain of 15.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the toss play, Howard. 16 yards, a 1st down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Wentz going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here.
Here we go. Waiting!
Now Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's our field. White left. Hey, it's our house. No. Off. Switch. Get Mike.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Watch the eye.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Right.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Switch. Shoot.
Rodgers now on first down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They still playing soccer.
On the counter, here's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back north. Let's go, baby. Smooth. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Box it. Safe. Check me.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Check safety. Plant. Get wall.
To throw is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
18. Check 56. Here we go. Check 9, check 9.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Extra point try now for Crosby. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That's good.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Wide open receiver complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Throwing on second down. Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Rodgers now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz, and the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 47-yard line.
Squeeze, double.
Again, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now it's Sproles. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
There you go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
You go tight. You got tight.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You block over here. Joker.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Let's go, let's go. Back north. Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, pick your game up. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. 36.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Tighten up. Slam, slam, slam. Throw it back.
Second down and goal. Rodgers, the quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
26. Hey, high 7. Watch the safety. Come.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And now look at him go. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On first down, Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Draw play. This is Sproles. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Red 5-2, on here.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Wentz on third down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
First down, Philadelphia.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Let's see what you got.
Now Wentz again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
A About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mike 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll go again to Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Get 300. Get 300. 6-6. Pull it high.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Now 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50, the 40, 30, 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's work done. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Pilot, 64, weak.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run the counter. It's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities. Extreme confidence.